Hi, I'm Erica Carlson. I am a real estate agent with BRIX Real Estate. Thank you for joining me. My website is iheartmplsminneapolishomes.com. I'd love to have you join me if you are thinking about starting your home search, or you're thinking about selling a house and you want to know what it's worth. All of that is on my website, and I'd love for you to check it out when you have a chance. So today we are talking about 3 things we want to do before we start that home search. Of course, we can just go use these websites and take a look around. That's what they're perfectly meant for, right? That is the beauty of today. No more binders going into offices. It's all online. But before we start touring houses, I want you to think of some things before you just run out there to look at houses, which, yes, we talk to people all the time about, just slowing down a little bit and doing the things in the correct order. So let's start with the first one, which is know your why. Why are we shopping for a house, right? Like, are you tired of paying rent? Do you want to start building up like that portfolio for yourself because, you want to just make a little bit of money when you sell the house versus your landlord? Sorry, my texting is going on like crazy, so ignore the beeps. So do you want to live in a particular school district, right? Maybe you need that for your children. Maybe you need more space for your family. On and on it goes. Okay, so identify that why for yourself, and there's no wrong answers, right? That's going to help you keep your home shopping list in check. So if you know your why, then you can go with the classic pen and paper. One side is your wants and one side's your needs, and maybe, or wants and needs, and then the other side's your deal breakers. That is completely fine. Keep that list. Don't lose that list. Maybe ask your partner if you're buying with your sister, if you're buying with a spouse, what does their list look like? Where are the overlaps? Where are the contradictions? Okay, went a little bit deeper on that than I meant to. Let's move to the most important point, which is know your budget. So number 2, have you talked to a lender? If you're not purchasing a house with cash, and when I say cash, I mean the whole purchase, not just the monthly amount. That is not what we're talking about for sure. Before we go out and schedule home tours, have you done that research? Do you know what your down payment is going to be? Have you considered that with home insurance? I want you to go past getting a pre-approval, and this all kind of like ties together. But there's closing costs. You need to understand what that is going to influence things for you. You need to know your down payment options. Are you a first-time home buyer? We have lots of programs out there for first-time home buyers. If you qualify, there's definitely, just like any other grant money, there's rules around like who qualifies and who does not. And if it's not the Minnesota first-time home buyer money, there is like by cities, counties, things like that we do have some resources to some other down payment assistance. Again, you have to qualify. So it's not that you just get it because you are a first-time home buyer. Next important point, what are you actually comfortable spending? Okay, so just stop before you talk to a lender or a real estate agent. When you do your budget, now that you've got all the utilities to pay for on your own, what does that monthly payment look like? Now, not your dream payment, okay? We all want to pay less than $2,000, less than $1,000. I mean, that's like a no-brainer. But what are you actually comfortable with? Because when you start shopping for a house, we need to know that information. Not me particular as a real estate agent. I just want to guide you. The old saying of being cash poor, house rich. I'd actually like you not to be that saying. Okay, we want to stay within your means, your current expenses, and then let's project a little bit beyond that point. What about getting a home inspection, paying for the appraisal, your earnest money, your property taxes, all these other things? We want you to even go push further out. What about when your house needs a repair or maintenance? A really great homeowner is going to put a little bit of money into their house every year to keep the value up, so the day that you sell it, you will make money. That is the goal here, is not to go the other direction because you didn't have the money to take care of the property. We see both sides of those coins every day when we go shopping for houses. So after all the numbers are laid down, where's your realistic budget? Let's shop there. It's not necessarily what the lender tells you. It's what is your preference. And a great lender is going to ask you that question. And if they don't, you can insert and share that information so that they understand. If you want to do $2,100 a month, that's where we're staying, and that's what it equals with the current rates and everything else. This is where you're going to fall. Last point I want to make today is I want to understand your timeline. You need to understand your timeline. Are you renting? When does the lease run out? How much time does the landlord need from you to switch? Can you go month to month? Maybe you're just living with a family member, so it's not an important detail. Maybe you need to sell a house. How are we going to coordinate the house sale with your purchase? Most of us need to sell our current home before we can buy a home. And I do have a list of ideas for you if you're in that situation that I'm happy to share with you. Some of us have an unlimited amount of time to find that next property. Some of us, the clock is ticking. Either way, when you're working with your real estate agent, they absolutely need to know that. So with that said, is there more you want to know about the home buying process? Is there something in particular I can answer for you? Comment below, send me a personal message if you don't want everybody to see your question. That's completely fine. I'm happy to talk to you on the phone, meet with you for coffee, connect you to a lender if you want to know your budget. Whatever part of the process you need help with, I'm happy to be a resource to you and would love to hear from you. Have a great week.